Okay, you're right. I'm working on it. Let's work on Princeton Estates. No, I'm not talking about no scholarship. I'm not talking about no improvement. At 4637 Dallas Place, Temple Hills. I didn't know that mold had different colors, but we're gonna figure that out.
Places that actually look like doodle on the wall.
Oops.
You said,
That's mold. That look like doodoo.
Patrice Randolph gave Princeton Estates 1 star. Let me tell you why. Do not move here. This place is an absolute joke. The apartment above mine AC unit has been leaking water into my kitchen ceiling for about a month now. I have contacted maintenance as well as the leasing office on this matter multiple times, and no attempts were made to fix the issue. They neglected the matter for so long, mold began to develop on my ceiling. The one lady, April, in the office had the audacity to argue with my dad that it was mildew and not mold without even setting foot into the apartment or even looking at a photo. Newsflash, mildew is not black. Mold is deadly when inhaled by humans. I had to go to the extent of sending a certified letter to get them to do anything about it.
oh wow.
When maintenance did finally show up, they were just going to scrape the mold off and paint over it. Until my dad spoke up, which made them adjust their plan of action. They cut a big hole in my ceiling and have not been back to fix it.
At least you ain't got
There's
the doodle
still
on it.
water dripping onto my kitchen counter while I'm typing this. It has been days with no updates. Decided to pay the leasing manager a visit today, and Nadia asked me, did they put the drywall up yet? You have got to be kidding me. Is that a serious question? If me or my dad had not been here, they were just going to put drywall up over a wet, leaking ceiling. How inhumane is that? Their lack of care or concern for their tenants' health, safety, and living conditions is despicable. The manager, Nadia, should be ashamed of herself for allowing this and other tenants that reside here.
Hey, y'all, come on now.
Get her.
Come on now. We living in the cabin.
Like, how can you live like that?
Imagine you just laying back on your bed, you just looking up.
Right. You can't like chill. Like you look up, you like, damn, what's under that?
You can't cook in that kitchen.
Nah, you gonna burn something.
Oh,
burn something. You be worried about stuff falling in your pots. I'm not eating nothing in there.
You gonna burn that too. You gonna cook it. It's gonna be just like Mattapony. Well, they call it Autumn Woods now. They're gonna start demolishing certain buildings because they inhabitable, and they ain't really gonna tell the folks. They just gonna move them out.
I'll bring you back.
Oh, Tom and Jerry is back. Look at him looking at the camera.
Yo,
what's up, brother? You good? You don't look too good. You look full.
How's it hanging?
Right.
Oh,
right.
Oh my God.
That's gonna give me nightmares.
You next year. 80 degrees with no breeze.
Nightmares.
Despite the fact that I live on the 3rd floor, these pests come out at night. The freaks come out at night. Yeah.
The rats come out.
They crawl across kitchen surfaces and the closets and have chewed through parts of the apartment. So that roof, that ceiling that ain't got no ceiling, they probably make their way through there and be like, hey, y'all home? Y'all leave yet? Hold up. Jonathan.
Oh my God.
She naming names. Jonathan attempted to
drill into my apartment door early in the morning, claiming the unit was marked as vacant. He kept entering the wrong code on the door padlock, setting off our door alarm. Ultimately, he began drilling the lock off. My husband had to confront him to figure out, yo, man, what the hell are you doing?
break in.
After realizing we were still residents, Jonathan said he'll replace the lock and keypad due to the inconvenience. However, weeks passed and he never fucking did it. Meanwhile, the door was left damaged and unable to close, forcing us to wait hours for maintenance. to fix it. Oh my goodness.
They ain't never used to be like this when I was in apartments, man.
924 square feet for a 2-bedroom. That's not bad. Give me a number.
2100.
2-bedroom,
1 bath.
2-bathroom.
Available August 21st.
2-bedroom, 2-bath, or 2-bedroom, 1-bath?
2-bed, 1 bath.
21.
I'm trying
21.
to think. How many square feet?
924.
924. I'm trying to picture that. I gotta hold on. Okay, so it's 3 times the size of a hotel room. Hotel room be like between 225, 295 square feet. So 3 times that. All right, I'm giving, and it's in Temple Hills. I'm giving 1,800.
Boop, boop, boop. 1674.
What?
So
The price is right. I win. I'm closest.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm
You're right.
completely out of there. Yeah, I'm completely out. What was I thinking?
All right, so now
You
y'all
was
know
in
that.
DC. We in Temple Hills. You was giving DC prices.
All right, Temple
All
Hills,
right, this one
1600.
available
Or
September
Marlow Heights,
6th.
excuse me.
Y'all
September
going to that, Joe? You gonna move there?
3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, a
Okay,
thousand,
so
1,080 square feet. Which I got per month. How much y'all putting down?
1.5, 2-bedroom,
No, I'm
1.5 bath.
3.
3-bedroom and still only 1.5 baths.
Yes.
19,
Shit and get out.
1950.
Shit and get out.
And what's the square
1950.
feet? 1,080 feet.
Yeah.
And the other one was 16 at 9. So that's an extra 100 feet, 1 bathroom. So maybe add $500 to that. So I'm gonna give it
2,
23.
1. Boop, boop, boop. 21.
I mean, oh no, wait, 5 to the 6. No. I meant 21. No, because I was saying extra 500, but I added it to my number. I meant to add it to the 16 actual number. 21.
Okay.
You know my heart. It was 21. So what's the answer?
Yeah, it was 2149.
Yeah.
So
You don't even feel confident with that.
Back to the chick with the rat. She said the lack of professionalism and disregard for the tenant's basic living conditions at Princeton Estates is unacceptable. Being told over the phone that it's not an emergency because I can open a window is not only dismissive but dangerous, especially if the rent is paid on time every month.
And most people don't pay their rent on time, so you need to definitely step up for your rent paying residents.
Yeah. And when you're on the phone or when you're sending an email to the rental office, you might hype it up or whatever. You got your kid. You like, I have a kid. I cannot be in an apartment when it's 80 degrees.
Start crying,
I need to call somebody. This is not right.
And then they're gonna say, you can just open the door. You just open the window, get some, do you want this industrial fan?
And not for nothing, opening the window right now in the summertime when it's 92 degrees at night with
nothing.
With the dew point and the humidity.
I tried it. It doesn't do anything. I would also say, renters, pay your rent still and complain.
Yeah.
Don't hold the check.
Sucker.
Don't hold the check.
Suckers.
Yeah. Or go to the courthouse and pay and tell them, go to the landlord tenant courthouse and tell them, listen, I want to put my money into, I forget what it's called, because escrow. I'm not giving them nothing, but until they do XYZ. And again, so when we were talking about the enclave and that Montgomery councilwoman came into the whatever. Yeah, so let's put this. So she came and said what she's working on and what she tries to do. Let's find out what is District 7 PG County Council member Crystal Oriata, a Kenyan American politician and activist. Those two things don't go together, right?
Yeah, talk to her.
Who currently represents District 7. So Princeton Estates is in Legislative District 7. What are you doing about the living experiences in your district. Are people from this building not only posting to Google reviews, but are they reaching out to their local government? If you are, let us know, and let us know what type of feedback and follow up and follow through you have received.
They're not even doing good on the pictures. Like when the pictures on Google, you can see like a damn concentration camp playground.
Yeah, all them tents and shit
It's
and
not even
banners
living
all over the
grass on
place.
that playground.
And I think if you have lived at Princeton Estates in the past 20 years, you are entitled for compensation. Welcome to she had a crush on the gay man.
I didn't have a crush.
Welcome to
I'm just
another
hot
episode
and
of the
trying to
Lord Show, Ish Talk TV, live from the DMV, doing it how it's supposed to be. Or if you got some AC at your crib, some cat in the bed, and some cash in your pocket, where is Noah when you need him? What's up with these floods in this motherfucking DMV area? I'm your host, B More, aka Princess Zamunda. And also, we're going to be talking about the DC man that pleads guilty to trafficking boot, and a suspect arrested in the murder for 3-year-old Honesty Cheadle, and sexual assault at Sam's Club, and an update on the funeral service shootout and in the floods. But what's up with y'all, man?
Cooling in the cat, man.
Y'all staying away from having babies in y'all car at night at 3 o'clock and avoiding shootouts in DC.
Yeah. Side note, you know what bothers me? It's a commercial that reminds mothers to check in the back seat for their babies. Like, I'm mad that that's a commercial.
They actually put that in cars now. It says, "Can you check is there anybody in your back seat? Can you check the back?"
That's crazy.
It happens.
You put the baby back there.
It happens. You ever heard of pregnancy brain, or just being overwhelmed, or just having a bunch of stuff to do? You know, people have left their baby on top of the thing and got in the car and driven off.
What?
It's not. Yeah.
I'm very careful. I just don't ever see that happen.
Trust me, if it didn't happen as much as it did, they wouldn't have put that as a feature in the car.
For a commercial. Yeah, I'm like, dang, it's just a commercial.
Oh yeah, I do got somebody in there.
Especially if you had carrying, but then you're also carrying a bunch of bags. See, it's not just the baby, it's the time when you're juggling the baby, then you're on the phone and you got this in your hand, this in your hand, and you were carrying a bunch of stuff, and then people come out the car with a bunch of stuff, and they're not gonna go in maybe and go to sleep, but you go into the house like, oh shit, left the baby in the daggone backseat. It happens all the time.
It happens that a kid gets locked in the car. It happened to me, and we had to bust the window open.
Marley got locked in the car when he was a baby, but I didn't disappear. I just closed it. I was still standing right there.
Yeah, let's get to the story, man. It's crazy what happened. But I'm just like, why would you be in the car at night at 3 a.m.? But sorry to the family before we get into it.
Okay, well, let's see what's going on here, because I haven't heard about this.
I guess we have to
all right. There's a suspect in DC. There's a suspect in the murder of 3-year-old Honesty Cheadle, fired at least 6 shots. Oh my gracious. Charles Vincent Rucker, 24, faces a charge of first-degree murder while armed for the July 5th shooting. Let me guess, this is because of 4th of July that we just shooting outside randomly. According to charging documents unsealed in DC, Honesty's family was returning from a day of cookouts at approximately 3 a.m.
Party all
on
night.
July 5th, when Rucker allegedly opened fire on their vehicle as they parked in the 1000 block of 14th Street Southeast. Surveillance video shows at least 6 muzzle flashes from a gun brandished by Rucker before he fled into a nearby apartment building. Rucker then returned to the scene a few minutes later to retrieve items from the ground.
So he came back while the baby was still dying.
To get his stuff.
A few minutes later to retrieve items. Honesty died Monday as a result of her injuries.
Dang.
Do y'all think she was still there when he came back? You think they drove off to the hospital?
I think they drove off to the hospital.
I'm
He came
thinking that
back. I don't think he's
then he
stupid enough
came.
to
I
come
don't
back.
think, yeah.
Yeah.
On Tuesday, the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner ruled her death a homicide caused by a single gunshot wound to the head.
How?
Rucker was scheduled to return to court for a preliminary hearing on August 13th. So that's in about a month.
Yeah, I get they were out late, but you know, we know how it is. You be out in the cookouts and you having so much fun and you eating the plate and the kids are still out there playing in the backyard or in the basement somewhere and then you're like, all right, now I'm tired, it's time to go. So I could see them on a late night on their way home, but for the homie to do that though.
Well, in DC, conviction of first-degree murder while armed carries a mandatory minimum sentence of 30 years in prison and a maximum sentence of life without the possibility of parole. So he will get his desserts.
Max it. Because I mean, what was it? It wasn't a target. Wasn't a target. I'm not even giving them a defense. Like, was that the target? The car, whoever was in the car?
I guess we'll learn more as the trial unfolds.
Because why would he be shooting? Was he close to the car?
It was 4th of July. I'm saying people were outside shooting. You know, they were shooting stuff all over the place. Maybe.
He had to be some kind of close.
He was shooting at somebody else that was over there, or somebody that was in the car.
I would say, like, when you have a kid, certain things you have to go by, like certain bedtimes, like where the baby's sleeping. Like, I understand certain people have certain lives, but to have a baby out at night when after 10, yeah, in Southeast ain't nothing sweet.
We out.
I mean, but if somebody goes to their family, a lot of times you go to family. Some people they stay a little bit later, you know, and then they go home. It's not like they was parking lot pimping. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to say that they should have gotten the house earlier
and
that this wouldn't have happened. Yeah, because I think they were, they were terrorizing. We did the story. They were terrorizing those people down Navy Yard. Even the kids in my program were telling me that people were shooting fireworks and stuff at them. Like, it's the mentality of people and their recklessness. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, man.
Rest in
prayers
peace.
To the fam, man. Prayers to the
prayers to the family.
Heart goes out to that family.
I like it. Do y'all think police should be on the corner? Like, shouldn't there be like deterrents? Like, isn't there like a camera?
They can't be everywhere.
They can't be everywhere.
Police don't prevent crime. Police try to solve crime.
I thought it's supposed to like deter. Like, if you see a police car there, like you're not going to shoot somebody in front of a police car. But I'm old school. But let's get to this DMV news.
In theory. Yeah. In theory, but after a while, when people just realize that the car's just parked there and nobody's coming around, it's like the car that you see parked on the road on one of your main roads that you drive by and you slow down because you don't want to get a ticket. Then when you realize that car has never moved and there's nobody in there with a gun, then you start speeding right by it.
Yeah.
So, also in DC. A DC man pleads guilty to trafficking an illegal Chinese psychostimulant drug known as boots. In February 2024, U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers seized the package at the International Mail Facility at Los Angeles International Airport. According to officials, the package was addressed to 58th Street Southeast, had been mailed from China containing over 20 pounds of Schedule 1 drugs. Homeland Security investigations swapped out the dimethylpentylone in the package for sham materials and added a GPS tracker. Police officers and HSI agents dropped off the package on March 7th, 2024, and they said Martin picked it up and drove away with it. About 2 hours later,
yeah, we got him.
Easy.
This is giving me Breaking Bad. About
Easy.
2 hours later, agents again found Martin at the same house, this time in another car. Officers positioned their vehicles to block the street, and he again hurled his car at the officers.
Oh.
Again, whatever that means. Does that mean that you just drove into them?
Yes.
He hit a tree and escaped on foot.
Jeez.
He was finally arrested on April 10th, 2024 in Annapolis, Maryland. Agents recovered evidence from his cell phone. So you ran from the police and then you just carried around all the evidence right on your person. You kept the same phone. You kept the same drugs. You had your address. You had the same car. Agents recovered evidence from his cell phone showing that he had been selling drugs for years. You had years worth of text messages, years worth of phone calls and pictures and GPS pin drops. The investigation revealed that Martin paid approximately 40 to 50 G's for the box of drugs he received from China and would sell it for up to $200 per ounce. So he had 20 pounds. He would sell for 200 per math. 200 per ounce. All right, how's your street drug math go? So that's 16 times 200 times 20.
Oh my God.
Somebody else can total it up, but that's the math.
Well, so missing out.
40K investment, that's not bad.
Well, when you start taking that,
see if that is not bad. Go ahead.
Because when you start smoking the boot, you're gonna turn into an Asian person and start doing some good math. So maybe that's.
And what the hell is boot?
I thought is it boot or boat?
Oh, it's dye. It's dye. Hold on. It's dye.
Whatever that is.
I think that's also DMT. Let me see.
Diamond tap.
It kind of. Tell me time.
Oh, I think you might be onto something cool.
My man said, "I'm going straight to the plug. I'm going to the Wuhan."
It's a dangerous synthetic cannabinoid. This substance is considered a Schedule 1 controlled substance in the United States, meaning it's illegal to possess, manufacture, or distribute. It's been increasingly found in illicit drug supplies and is associated with serious health risks, including increased heart rate and blood pressure, hypothermia, hallucinations, paranoia, anxiety. You know, all the good stuff that comes with getting high.
He was gonna fuck the street up with this one.
Seizure, psychosis, memory loss, loss of consciousness, and even death.
I need some of that.
This is basically like fentanyl.
Oh, he was
the dangers of this drug are further amplified because it is often misrepresented as other substances like MDMA, also known as ecstasy, leaving users unaware of the actual substance they are consuming and its potentially fatal effects. The effects and risks of boot are unpredictable and can be lethal, particularly due to the lack of knowledge regarding dosage and potential interactions with other substances. And you know, when you're rolling, people are drinking, they smoking, they not drinking no water, they all hot boxing, they ain't got
Give me the boot.
Yeah. Imagine if you start taking that shit and you just be hearing Chinese people just screaming in your ear. I don't want it.
No.
But, what I was gonna say about that? That's the same time.
Oh, wait a minute! I just did the math. Hold up! I just did the math. I mean, I guess he might have made about that was about $64,000, y'all.
He's going to double it and get. I mean, not double it, but he's going to get 40.
No. He's
going to get 40 back.
to 50,000 to get 64,000. So at a minimum, that's a $14,000 profit. So do you think, how much is he facing now? Do you think that the $14,000? Well, he's been doing it for years. So it's just this.
He worked. Oh my God, he worked his way up for that, man. He was. This is a story.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Y'all should know that they have their own. There's a department that check like the dark web, like purchases on the dark web. Like they're gonna see something 20 fucking pounds, and you don't think he thought that?
Why do you think he was? Wait a minute, from Southeast. Why do you think that he was selling on the dark web?
God, that's how he got it.
He didn't have internet to get on the dark.
China.
Yes, he got the. and then he had to pay for the. I'm not sure custody.
He used his Obama phone,
but yeah, he uses Obama phone. Like they are watching you at 32 years old. But
yeah, he out there selling sham drugs, so I don't have no sympathy. And I love drug dealers. Well,
take a boot to his ass. That's what they need to do.
I don't dislike drug dealers on principle, but when you sell sham drugs, I got no sympathy for you.
That's gonna kill somebody. He's about to kill somebody.
All right, well, let's get to our next one.
So let's go head over to Virginia.
Let's go over the bridge. I know y'all scared.
The land of the disgusting.
For lovers.
They got too many. It seemed like all the. Are we seeing a trend here?
I try to tell y'all.
It's happening in Maryland. And it's like all the gross sexual stuff is in Virginia. All the murders are in DC. And then all the other ignorant stuff is in Maryland.
You get a mixture of both in Maryland.
Back in Virginia. Man charged in alleged sexual assault of a 6-year-old girl at the Virginia SAMS Club. Do we have a mugshot for this lowlife? Justin Van Nguyen was taken into custody July 12th, that was on Saturday, at his home following an investigation by Prince William County Police. Police said the child was shopping with her family when she was approached by Nguyen and inappropriately touched while her mother was turned away. The girl's mother confronted the suspect, who fled the store and was last seen entering a vehicle. Investigators identified the vehicle through its license plate and located Nguyen at his residence. So he just went right home, huh?
He went right home. They
don't see nothing. Charged with aggravated sexual battery.
They do nothing.
His court date is pending. How desperate? I mean, we already get it. You're a lowlife. You're nasty. You're disgusting. You're a pedophile. But then, how desperate are you? Where you're at the point where you're at the grocery store and just any random child, the child is not even alone. The parent is just there, and she turns her head and you just reach out and touch the child, like. What
do you
level
even
of
see in this
desperation is that?
Like, what do you even see in this little girl? And they just need to slap Mr. Miyagi with the book and send him away for life. Just send him away. Yeah, man. Send old Shang Tsung.
Nguyen. I think that's a very common.
Crouching
what
creep.
Country is that?
Freak dragon.
Crouching tiger, your ass behind bars.
Y'all been to Sam's Club?
Yeah, somebody should have kicked
somebody. Is there somebody that carded someone?
In the door, at the door.
The door.
Like,
so
they
just show your past and that's it. They're not sitting there studying what's your name and what are you here for and what you gonna shop.
All right, well, look at this. Do y'all think this man, I'm thinking the way he looked, he could be a family disappointment. He looks like he could be he could be on the spectrum. He could be on the spectrum.
Geometry.
No,
he failed geometry in the 10th grade.
I think his ass should be smoking boot. I think he has. I think he might be on the spectrum. So let me ask y'all this question. So he's not really in the mindset. He's cuckoo. He might have autism, and he sexually assaulted a girl, the 6-year-old. And I'm in my mind, I want justice, but. How can you how let's assume this person is mentally ill. What kind of justice would you expect for someone like that? Like they're not really all there. They don't really understand
where you learn that type of behavior from not to be all there. Nah, you gotta get the book, bruh. Bye. Finish him.
Yeah, no. He doesn't look like he's on the spectrum.
He looked like he was down and out, like you said, he failed his father.
Down syndrome, he was down and out. Exactly.
Yeah, he failed his father. His father said, "Get out now, find something to do with your life," and he left and didn't know where to go. Went to Sam's Club.
He's 21 years old, so he lived with his parents.
So he's still developing. You know, the young male brain, or I don't know if it's men and women.
No, ain't that too much.
probably
No, your
graduated with
brain doesn't
honors. He in
stop
VA
growing till you're
too.
like 25. You don't stop developing till you're like 25. You're still young. What I'm saying is, a lot of times when I see these males do these types of sexual acts towards people, a lot of this stuff is just your uncontrolled, unchecked, lack of discipline, sexual desires that you just choose, that it's not important for you to check it, and you just do whatever it is that you can get away with. And then when you get away with a little bit, you're like, uh-oh. And then you do it again, then you get away with it again, and you do it again. And then people get more and more bold, and to the point where there's just a out and out addiction. It's ridiculous.
I don't see where you what do you see in a 6-year-old?
Exactly.
What
You
do you
gotta
see
be
in a
mentally.
6-year-old?
Well, I think that there are screws that are loose in people where they
Exactly. That's what I'm
have the
saying.
attraction, but they also have the intellect and the understanding to know that it is wrong. And that's what I'm talking about, the
I'm with you on
discipline
that.
part. And so you need to go and get help as far as the urges. If you feel like it's uncontrollable, there's all these different things that you can do.
Ma'am, he's a
You get
second
your ass whooped.
generation. He's a second generation Vietnamese. His first name is Justin.
Vietnamese,
He
that's what it
is
is.
a
That's Vietnamese.
his parents, they know that he's not normal, and he's a family disappointment because Asians, they don't do good with autism. They
You don't
don't
play
really
with
show
that.
emotion, because when a child has autism, you gotta be extra you supposed to have your IQ score is supposed to be 100 or whatever, 2000.
Yeah, billion. Yeah.
So with
Harvard
Justin,
grad.
so if Justin to win, I
Princeton.
think, he put him in Princeton States. I'm down with
He's
that.
not even done yet. I don't know.
I'm down with that. All right.
He's a low life. Anybody who touches kids is a low life, disgusting, nasty.
All right, let's throw the book.
Yeah, throw the book at him, man. Mr. Miyagi, you got to go, bro.
Wax on,
He's
wax
not
off.
Japanese.
Yeah.
Wax on, wax off.
Oh, down. Oh, down.
But wait a minute, what about the reboot with Jackie Chan and Will Smith's son? They
He
killed
did
that.
clean up,
He was
right?
like, pick up your
Sweep the
jacket,
floor or something.
put it back down. Hang up the jacket. Bring it right down.
Turn it around and shit. He was like, oh, I was like, oh, let me teach me that jacket. Now he got the new
oh my
jump.
God. Maryland funeral home owner gets prison time for fatally shooting pallbearer. On Friday, a judge sentenced Wilson Chavis to 35 years in prison for shooting Ronald Banks during a service for 10-year-old Ariana Davis of Washington, D.C. Prosecutors said Chavis got into an argument with employees from another funeral home as the little girl's service was about to begin. Chavis then pulled out a gun, fired, and hit Banks, who was a pallbearer at the child's service. A bullet also grazed the woman. Chavis was convicted of second-degree murder, reckless endangerment, and weapons charges back in February. According to investigators, Chavis had a long-standing business dispute with the other funeral home. Court documents stated Chavis yelled profanities at the pastor and two people from the rival funeral company while the funeral service was taking place. When Chavis shoved the pastor, attendees tried to step in, including Banks, court documents said. Chavis fled the scene after the shooting and was later arrested during a traffic stop. Now, we read this series of events in our last broadcast, where there were a couple of individuals who wanted to shine some light that he did not just pull out his gun and start shooting, but that he was being jumped and he put out the gun to protect himself in self-defense. Allegedly, it was also stated that the pallbearer in question, rest in peace, was also one of the people that were a part of the attack. It was also alleged that these people from another funeral home had no business being there. They came there just to start conflict before the service started. And these are the things that a lot of people didn't know. So these were extra bits of information that allegedly has been consistently overlooked and not considered during the court case, and that it was self-defense and not second-degree murder. We invite anybody who is close, have firsthand knowledge, was actually there, or is 1 degree of separation from either the victim or Mr. Chavis, who wants to shed some insight and let everybody know what they have gotten wrong, because on its surface it appears that two funeral homes were beefing and it got out of hand, and one escalated over the other, and innocent people got shot and injured, got killed and injured.
When you went over there with the gun. Like, for the folk that wanted to, I'm trying to find out the sense it makes to defend them. Like, who cares for the story at this point? You grazed innocent bystander. You took an innocent one out who supposedly, allegedly is attacking you. Yeah, okay. But then you shot other. You make it. It seems like he's an accident murderer.
He's accident murderer.
Yeah, he act like he killed on purpose. Lying, brag you put work in.
There you go. There you go. You remember the whole
But
bar,
that's how
huh?
they do. That's how they do. Yeah, that's how they do, man. They roam around and they look for trouble. Why did you bring your gun to a situation anyway? You knew it was gonna pop off.
Cool.
You knew it was gonna
Guess
pop
what?
off.
Guess what? Wes Chavis, he was a certified firearms instructor. So and he missed, and he hit a bystander. That's why you can't
Hold
take
up.
these.
Hold up.
Wait,
Oh,
doesn't that mean
no.
that it's more likely that it was self-defense, or when people are on you, that if you are trained, if it happened how cool thinks it happened, and this man was just reckless, do you think? And now I'm starting to believe brother that was in the comments.
So you
Because hold on
saying
now, if he's a trained, certified firearms instructor, that means you know how to handle the weapon. Means you don't pull out the gun unless you're prepared to shoot. That's what they always tell. So if that was the case, and he just wanted to hit people, do you think that it would have had the accidents, just like you said? Whereas if he was defending himself and being jumped, and maybe even somebody else saw the gun there, it's exposed, and he's going for it so that they don't go for it. Any number of things could have happened down there on the ground. Everybody's all covering up everything, moving around. The gun gets pulled out, maybe more than we see it in the movies all the time. Two people fighting for the gun, and then all of a sudden you wait to see who goes. Oh.
Didn't he go over there though?
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't see no go over in the report.
He claimed he is self-defense, but he the one that fled the scene.
He went over there, said some shit to the pastor. The pastor was beefing or something crazy, pushed the pastor. Is what I'm heard in the story.
So he had beef with the Freeman Funeral Service.
He got into an argument with employees. Again, witness accounts, two people said that the employees were from another funeral home. This long-standing beef, allegedly.
Yeah.
Why you take my client?
The people came to his place where the funeral was happening and started an argument. He didn't go anywhere. He was at his place of business. Or at his clients, wherever the funeral was.
Well, those people that was on his side and they told us to shut the fuck up. You don't know nothing. Y'all wasn't there. So
and that our opinion matters not.
I reached out to Wes Chavis's son if he wanted to respond, and he didn't say nothing back yet. So I asked him, I said, you want to speak on the whatever? But all right.
Let her get the truth story.
I want the truth. I want the truth. Let me see what he said.
He probably didn't want to influence the sentencing, but now that it's done, maybe he'll speak.
You told me shut the fuck up. Okay. Matter of fact, did he respond back? Okay. All right. So let's get to the apartments. Oh, his IG was called Bring the Truth Here. All right.
Bring the
What'd
truth
you say?
here.
That's the name of the Instagram that was telling us that we ain't know what we're talking about and we gotta get the truth on Wes Chavis. But
go to the Jonas, a bunch of questions.
Yeah, if y'all want to help him out, put some money on his books.
There's a lot of questions on that page. No answers.
Yeah.
A lot of questions, no answers though.
I said, y'all want to comment on the court decision?
On the court? Oh, okay. But you be a little soft and gentle. Like if you
Nah.
just find out your father's going to jail for 35 years, then you just gonna text the man, y'all want to comment on it? Come on, brother. Come on, brother B. Brother B. We could be a little bit more.
Your dad gone to jail. You care to share some shit?
Be a little more empathetic.
Okay.
Hey, it's your girl Leslie O here, and we have a new segment called Ask O. You know, I talk a lot and I have so many opinions. Well, people have started to reach out to us to get advice, my advice, on some of their personal problems. So if you want to send in a note, a DM to Ish Talk TV, an email, or the like on questions about your romance, jobs, any social things, get your hustle on, anything like that, you can send it in. And so today is our premiere episode of Ask
O.
Ask
O.
O. What up, though, Ish Talk? My name is Brent. I have this very social girlfriend. Hold on.
Uh-oh. It's really an Ask
I
O
have
now.
this very social girlfriend. Wherever we go, she's a social butterfly, and she flutters about the entire venue every time. Most of the times, she's met with someone she knows from her past. Every venue. Last month, we were at Park Nightclub, the place for many of breakups, in DC. We were on the second level when she ran into an ex. This meeting was kind of odd as they were getting extremely friendly. Touch barrier broken immediately, almost like they couldn't wait to rekindle. Upon the ending of the conversation, she comes back to me as if nothing happened. It's getting frustrating at this point. We do love each other. When it's just us, we are great. No issues at all. It's when we're in public. For instance, we're at a Chris Brown concert. She paid for the picture, and the picture was insanely disrespectful. I can't blame Chris. He was paid for the good time. I guess I'm wondering if this thing we have is real. I tried approaching her about it, but she just blows it off as if it's nothing. Is it me being insecure, or is it something she really needs to look into? Thank you for listening. What up, Doe from the D? Thank you, Brent, for sending in your story or your question. Okay. I will start with where you ended. Whereas that you brought up the issue with your social butterfly girlfriend and she just dismisses it. The most important thing that I know about relationships, and especially, you know, what will end them, is that when two people don't respect each other's feelings or position or things that really matter to them and dismiss them, it definitely could signify the end, no matter what the cause is. As far as her behaviors and things in public, I would say you have one of two choices. You can either not let it bother you, or you might need to look for someone that's a little bit less touchy feely and and yeah, a little less touchy feely with other men in public. I know that this is an issue where people feel like, okay, you should be able to talk to whoever you want, and you should, but there are certain lines. And I think that it's okay to make mistakes in the beginning, right? Growing pains. Everybody doesn't understand what your limitations are in the beginning, but when you try to have a conversation about it, if you can't even have the conversation so that you can have an understanding, then, you know, without communication, that's probably not the one for you. You should be able to have a relationship that exists outside of the bubble of just the two of you. If you can only everything be good only when it's just the two of you, then that's also a red flag that you should look into. So I would suggest that in another way, on another occasion, that you take a time and approach the topic of the conversation in a way that would be most receptive, so that she really understands that you're being serious, and try to have a conversation. And if it still doesn't work, then you need to let her know what your breaking point is, what your hard nose or your non-negotiables are, and then take it from there. Good luck.
Brent was like, "Hey, baby. hey baby, can we talk for a little bit? I need to tell you something. Something's been on my mind lately. I don't like how the Chris Brown was freaking up on you at the picture. Why did you even go to the concert, bro? What would you expect?
That's
It's
the reason
something,
why.
yeah, I'm not. It's something
When
about me bringing a girl to a dude that nah. We go to Janet Jackson concert.
Janet Jackson concert.
Yeah,
Listen to the
Uh,
double standard.
I'm
I
just saying.
mean,
and
It's
it's
just
what
something about Chris Brown, and I'm like, I paid for that.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing too. Is also you don't want to don't set yourself up for
Where?
for failure, right? And so you if your girl, if your girl is a super fan of some male singer, you should not go to the concert with her,
Yeah.
because no matter what she does, it's going to bother you. And then however she might want to fan out, maybe shouldn't have to be restricted because she's worried about whether it's going to start a fight. You need to have kind of these types of understandings and conversations with people, because I'm telling you, when you don't, or you do but they end up in back and forth, those are red flags you don't want to ignore, because it's going to come around. It's going to keep coming.
Brent rub his arms like this when he get cold.
Brother,
I'm not insecure, but
I hope his real name is not Brent, because that's another name for
Brent.
simp.
Brent. Brent the simp.
For those type of Brent the simp, for those
Brent the
type of
simp.
girls, like, you gotta watch them. You gotta like surveil
watch
them. And
surveil them.
yes.
Yeah, park 2. You went to the park with your
Yeah,
jump. What's
yeah.
wrong with these bammers
You gotta
these
look at
days?
her. You gotta look at her phone, see who she texting with, because she's so nice.
Hey.
She gave her phone number to somebody that isn't good at networking, or is an investor, or wants to has a business
It's
or
always the
online
park. Yeah.
class. She wants to network. She wants to hang out with her old friends. She meeting
On
up
the
with
beach.
exes, and they having a good time. Those women, you need to surveil them and watch them. And then when you do that, you're gonna be stressful. You're gonna stress her out, because
Where you going?
because it's part of her, and you can't change somebody. You can't try to conform somebody and make them want to do what do what what you tell them to do. She's a social butterfly. She's for the
But
streets.
let's
She's
not
for the
give a
streets.
blanket. We're not gonna do a blanket broad stroke over a social butterfly. Don't mean you're for the streets or that you're disrespectful.
No.
If it's certain behaviors that you do
You want the
rub
attention.
your partner the wrong,
and if you don't show the man
the wrong way,
the man is the alpha.
brings it up. Go ahead.
I think if he was handling his business, she wouldn't be fluttering about like a butterfly.
No, it doesn't matter. Listen. What's the name of the dude
The fact that you're saying you have to watch this one and do the phone, you're not supposed to do any of those things. If
I know that's what happens.
Makes you feel
that's what happens.
You should not be with them. That is the point. If somebody makes you question your manhood, where you stand in the relation with them, left and right, all the time, if you don't never feel secure in the relationship, that's not the relationship for you.
I agree, but it's not going to hit you. But you're still going to be trying. That's true, but you're still not going to listen. You're going to avoid all those red flags. And
you can have a conversation with people. There are behaviors that people
don't matter how much money you got.
This will be the last time I take your ass to see Chris Brown.
Listen, the dude that owns the Amazon, his wife was talking to Leonardo DiCaprio, and the way she was looking at Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, I seen that. She was like, "Hey, you can get it right now." And look, Leonardo was like, "Hey man, get your old junk, man. I don't mess with him."
And then
mess with him that old.
And then he's talking to his wife like, "Did you have to embarrass me like that?
Yeah.
You know how big my yacht is?"
Yeah.
I'm just networking.
He probably said that. He probably said that.
So that's the type of women, like, those are pretty women. They like to be, that's why,
I paid for 14 Grammys.
So again, blanket broad stroke brush. I'm anti broad stroke.
I'm throwing the what's that thing they gave to the Indians? The blanket of
smallpox.
I'm throwing that blanket.
Throwing the smallpox at them. Oh. cover up.
I think that here's the thing. Again, I will say that there are certain things or behaviors that people expect for you to already know and already do, and you don't. And if somebody brings it to you and then you listen, you're like, oh, I didn't realize I did that. Oh, I didn't realize that that made you away. And then you operate differently. That is a beautiful thing. There are people who will have an issue with you and they'll just be like, oh, she made for the street. Oh, she ain't no good. It's like you never said that it bothered you, but you told everybody else in your life and you made all of these other decisions, and that's not healthy. So
he's trying to control me.
If you have an issue with your mate, have a conversation with your mate and see how do they
Leslie, I don't like that you keep going out and networking at night. What you gonna do?
Nobody's gonna say that.
It's my part of my job.
It's gonna be more than that. It's gonna be more than that. It'll be more than that. I think you're oversimplifying. But yeah, but if somebody just dismisses you altogether, y'all aren't you're not equally yoked. You don't match. Your lifestyles don't match. It doesn't mean that she's bad or wrong, or doesn't mean that you're necessarily bad or wrong, but that your lifestyles don't match. Not whereas you got to put one down or put the other down. If a person just like to move a certain way and this feels like you should be home by a certain time, you should only do this, you should only do, and they feel very strongly about that, you should not be with a woman.
But that's what attracted him to her.
Brent.
And that's what I'm saying about the conversations.
Hey Brent, this your uncle speaking.
You gotta have conversations, maybe even go to therapy.
Uncle Cool
Brent,
speaking.
Brent, you don't need to be dating girls that go to park. You need to be dating girls that watch anime. You need to pay close attention to your Netflix playlist, and then you need to share it on your Facebook, because I know that's all you got. You can't handle IG, Brent, I can tell. Go on your Facebook and post your anime favorites on your status message, and I guarantee you, Brent, you're going to find somebody that like you. They're going to hit your DM and say, oh, you look at the Titans too?
All right, so thanks for tuning in to this segment of
Ask. Oh, whoa.
Who say they say we say we know. They say you running plays, that's it's talk. You say you getting paid, that's it's talk. You see me with my babe, that's it's talk.